Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Today I want to talk about the most underrated skill that Necromancer has, and that is his rank 1 skill. You get this skill once you finally rank him up, and it's this skill right here that all it does is it gives 1 extra turn to an ally. It costs 36 stamina and it has a 4 turn cooldown, and I believe this to be the most underrated turn transfer skill because you look at other monsters like Demise can turn transfer and give double damage. Samael can turn transfer and give 50% damage buff and increased accuracy. Cloud can do increased accuracy, double damage, and a turn transfer. And so when Necromancer came out and you saw this ranked up skill, it looks like a useless skill, but I believe this to be the most underrated skill because just him being able to turn transfer opens up so many possibilities, and that's all because of his trait. He has the anticipation trait. So he doesn't, like, if you guys saw my level 100 video for Necromancer, I recommended a rainbow build. A life rune to stay alive, and to take advantage of your lifesteal skills like this one that deals massive dark damage. So I recommended a life and I recommended a strength. But once you level him up to rank 1 and even rank 2, you no longer need that strength rune because then his teammates can do the rest of the work. And so I really want to showcase the turn transfer skill and why it's not a skill to be underestimated. And as for runes, right now I gave him a level 10 life rune. Keep in mind I'm in a league where I face level 130s, so staying alive is super important. Once I rank him up to rank 2, he's going to have the revival skill, and then that's when I believe he's just absolutely phenomenal. This skill right here I do not like. Revives an enemy monster with double damage. Like, I don't like it. I understand it's an interesting, cool, unique mechanic specifically to Necromancer, but I rarely find a use for it. And if I ever want to put Necromancer on defense, just the thought of my opponent countering by bringing their own Necromancer, by bringing monsters immune to possession, and then my Necromancer revives one of their monsters who's immune to possession, and they basically get a free monster with double damage. Or even if he revives a monster that has the hardened trait, the tough trait, they might be revived without the curse countdown and without the possessed. So again, I just revived an enemy monster. So this skill I'm thinking about replacing. I kept it for now, but I know once I rank him to rank 2, that's going to get replaced with the revival skill. And then as for the lifesteal skill, I personally don't like it too much if you're not running the strength rune. And once you rank him up to rank 1 and rank 2, I don't believe he needs the strength rune, but we can discuss that later. So right now I have Necromancer, who I've dubbed the Dark Magician, and let's get into some player versus player action. And this is perfect. This is the exact situation where I can showcase Necromancer. So as you can see, Nation's Pet, he's super fast, he has an AoE possession skill, we have an enemy monster that can do revival, and then we have Voltic and he's running a level 10 speed rune. So right now the turn order is going to be Nation's Pet, the enemy Voltic, and then I think my monsters, because my Rossi God, he has 5,000 speed, my Burrito also 5,000, and my Dark Magician only 4,800. So let's see what happens with thanks to the anticipation trait. So Nation's Pet is going to go first, like I said, followed by Voltic. Alright, so first of all, countering possession bases, that's what I love about Necromancer. I don't care that he's ranked up, I don't care that he's faster than me, look at that. Completely blocked everything. Voltic does 50k volts, dealt a lot of damage, bam, anticipation kicks in. And now this is where the skill that everyone's like, it's not a great skill, it's just a turn transfer skill. It doesn't give double damage, it doesn't give damage boost, increased accuracy. Honestly, it doesn't matter because of anticipation, all you have to do is turn transfer to your main attacker, who in this case is my Burrito, who's slower than the enemy monsters. Now he gets an immediate extra turn, and I can just do Bestial Charge, and bam, just like that, snap of a finger, Voltic is dead. I have another turn. I can kill Nation's Pet, but he's not a threat, so I'll leave him alone. I can do Bestial hits. Bam, now he's stunned, and I can honestly just keep on attacking him. So this is what I love about Necromancer's turn transfer skill, and this is why I don't believe he needs a strength rune. Once he's ranked at rank 2, you just don't need it. And by the way, this is also awesome because I can finally showcase Rossigan. What I love about Rossigan is the whole fact that he can reset the cooldowns and turn transfer. So it's pretty much like being able to use another monster in your team like they're brand new, with the exception if you don't get your stamina back. So take a look at Barakor. I have Bestial Charge again, and I have my 75 special base skill again. Isn't that incredible? So I'm gonna finish off the enemy Undertaker, and then I'm gonna attack Nation's Pet. Like for example, if this was just a Cloud, all I would have been able to do is give my Barakor double damage and increased accuracy, so I would have knocked out one of the monsters. But thanks to being able to reset the cooldowns, I was able to knock out both of them. But anyhow, I don't want to get on a tangent about Rossigan because this is more about Necromancer. Alright, and so I found another Voltic base, but this one they brought a Thetis, so just because they have Thetis, I decided to bring my Sammy so he can counter Thetis, because Thetis is going to go first, do Stamina Devours, and then we'll see what happens. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and do Samael Warrior on. We're just going to do it on my Necromancer because again, the whole purpose of this video is to showcase that his turn transfer skill is underrated. So I'm just going to go ahead and recharge. Hopefully Lao Mu doesn't... Oh, look at that. Possession. You can't possess me. Alright, so there we go again. Voltic does 50k. Bam. Anticipation kicks in. Turn transfer to my main attacker. I can do bestial hits. Take out the Voltic. If it's a Xyla, take out Xyla. If it's Prince Charmless, I could even kill Prince Charmless. Simply recharge because I lost some stamina. And like seriously, this turn transfer skill I believe is so underrated. Just because it doesn't give some... I think if it was to give a buff, if it gave double damage, like Demise, if it gave increased accuracy, if it did more than what it currently does, then it would be a truly overpowered turn transfer skill. But as it is right now, it's still really good, and it's all because this monster has the anticipation trait. So now this monster, he can counter Voltic like without a level 10 strength rune, without a level 10 life rune. You definitely need a life rune if you're going up against ranked monsters. I think in this battle it was a 120 Voltic, in the last battle it was a 115, but they had a level 10 strength, they had a level 10 speed, and that's typically what the Voltic build is, or the extra turn monster rune setup, whether it's a Charmless, a Voltic, a Xyla. Xyla can actually differ because Xyla can run the charging banner, so she doesn't need the stamina rune, but Charmless and Voltic, it's usually strength, stamina, and speed. And so yeah, if you have Necromancer, you not only can you counter bases that rely on possession, as you've seen in this video, you can also counter the Voltic base, the Xyla base, the Charmless base, if they're completely relying on that. But not only that, they can also counter a Demise base, a Sammy base, because if the whole gimmick of the enemy is to turn transfer to someone, if they do their turn transfer skill, Necromancer comes in, and then you can turn transfer easily to your attacker. So obviously you got to be very careful of a Faraday. If there's a Faraday on defense, it's not going to work because then Faraday is going to get a turn in, and depending on which Faraday it is, you're either going to get stunned, blind, total blind, maybe hit with a lot of DOTs. It all depends on who you're facing, so be mindful of that. But hopefully this video was able to show you guys that this turn transfer skill is truly something special. Oh, and looky here, we find ourselves in another similar situation. There are so many battles like this in the Legendary League in which the enemy is relying on a super fast AoE possessor, in this case the Nishan's Pet. He's rank 5, level 130, 3 level 9 speed runes, Voltic running the typical strength, stamina, and speed rune, and he's even wearing the legendary Balthasar's mask to further increase his damage output. And then we have a team speed holder, although in this case he also has a team strength, which is kind of odd. Normally we would see 3 team speed, not 2 team speed and a team strength, so that's unique. But regardless, let's click fight, and once again we are showing off Necromancer. He does Soul Piercer, AoE Possess. Sorry, thanks to my trait, thanks to my ability, you miss. Voltic goes next in the turn order, and check this out. Bam, turn transfer, whoop, wrong one. Check this out. Turn transfer, got the anticipation gave me an extra turn. Turn transfer to Burrito. I use Burrito just because he's a Voltic killer. In this case, he's not that strong. I should have probably given him Balthasar's mask myself. But also take a look at the runes. He has a level 10 strength, yes. But then his other rune is a level 4 strength rune. His base speed is 5022. Compare that to Volt's 6880. Or the enemy Nishan's Pet 9879. So yeah, this is why this is so significant. In this case, I think I'm just going to... Honestly, this is the cool thing. I'm not even going to kill Voltic. Instead, I'm going to do Bestial Charge on Nishan's Pet, and then I'm going to get rid of the Epic Monster with Bestial Hit, just to show you guys how cool Necromancer is. So Voltic is going to go again. He's going to deal some more damage. Oh my god, his ult. Okay, so ideally you should kill Voltic, because if this happens, then you could be in trouble. Thankfully for me, I have Fatid, and I don't think Voltic is going to be able to kill my monster, so I can just revive Necromancer, and then turn... I killed Burrito too, that's crazy. So yeah, ideally you should kill Volt. I was just trying to be funny, but that didn't really work out in my favor. I still run Infestation, which means I can revive both of them. So, come back from the dead. Honestly, maybe that was a dumb idea. I should have done on Worms. I should have done Worms, I think. That would have been smarter. Regardless, Flesh Piercer, Volts does 20k. And I missed, but regardless, Anticipation kicked in. So I come back from the dead. I am just going to use my turn, once again, to turn transfer to my main attacker. So, gives extra turn to ally. Bam! Burrito gets a turn in. And I'm just going to OTK Voltic with Bestial Charge. He's dead. And then when Fatid goes, I can revive. And if my Necromancer was rank 2, that's when having his revival skill would be really, really amazing. Because then it would just be as simple as bringing back my Necromancer and then using his revival plus immediate extra turn. So that would be ideal. But in this case, let's see. What do I want to do? You know what? Just for the sake, since this is a Necromancer video, I'm going to bring him back to life. Nocturnal Tackle. I'm dazed. And let's see what else he does. Is he going to try to possess me? Because that's not going to work. Actually, it was smart to bring back Necromancer. That way Necromancer doesn't get possessed and somehow revives the enemy Volts. And let's see, what do I want to do? I want to do Rotten Claw. So now he has Poison and Bleeding. Honestly, if I didn't do anything with Necromancer, I would have just got rid of that negative effect from my Fat Tier, and then I would have been okay. And so yeah, with those 3 player versus player battles, that's going to conclude this video. Again, I just want to end off by saying that this skill that Necromancer has, although it's just a basic trim transfer with a high fortune cooldown, honestly, I really consider it to be one of the best skills that's been released in the game, in context with Necromancer having the anticipation trait. I'll agree with everyone, the skill alone, it's not that great, right? We have way better skills. But when this skill is plays with a monster that has anticipation, that is like one of the best things. Like seriously, I don't know how you can argue against that. But with that being said, that's going to be my video. That's my case for this skill and this monster. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. I look forward to making another video once he's rank 2 and I have the revival skill. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. With that being said, I'm Armor Gaming and I will see you all next time.